Hi, all. Welcome to American History 2. That's History 2112, the web version. My name is Dr. Jamie Fagan, and I'm going to be your instructor this semester. This video is designed to give you a brief overview of what you can expect from the course, including how you will be assessed, what kinds of material you will be dealing with, and how to get help should you need it. It is designed to give you an introduction, but should you have any questions remaining after the orientation is completed, please feel free to contact me and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So since you're seeing this video, you have been able to access D2L and get to our homepage, which looks like this. You'll notice on the left-hand side you have the News tab. I've already posted our welcome email for this semester, so that gives you a general sense of the material that we'll be using for the course. It's also where I will post any important information about the semester as it comes up. Under the News tab, you do have an option to set up notifications. You can have them sent directly to your email address or to your cell phone so that you don't miss any. I would highly recommend doing that because that is the most convenient way for me to communicate with you about the course, and I will be using it on a fairly regular basis. In the middle of the screen you have the calendar. The calendar has been updated with all of the due dates that you have, including the dates for your quizzes and discussion, for your final exam, midterm, all of that. So this is one place you can see what all you have due and when. On the right-hand side, you have your content browser. This is where you have all of the material for the course, beginning with the orientation module, and then going all the way down to your course project on the documentary film. I'm going to start here with the orientation folder. I have posted within it some brief information about me. So you can kind of put a face with the name. I have, this is where you're finding the video as well. I've included a syllabus with the objectives for the course, textbook information for the course, grading, policies and procedures, and contact. The objectives tell you what you can expect to learn from the course. The textbook gives you the information about our book. In this case, it's Give Me Liberty Volume 2. It's the 4th edition. The grading tab tells you how you will be assessed. There is a file on graded assignments. You'll notice that there are 4 different kinds of assignments that you'll be graded on. You have 2 exams, a midterm and a final, worth 200 points each, 400 points total. You have a documentary history project that's worth 200 points total. You have 12 quizzes worth 20 points each. I drop your 2 lowest quizzes for 200 points total. And then you have 4 discussions worth 50 points each that are collectively worth 200 points of your final grade. These end-of-unit essays, discussions are designed to be like true essays. You should have a thesis, support that thesis with evidence from the text, the supplemental material, and the primary sources. So your total grade is out of 1,000 points. That means, if you look at the grading scale, to get an A, you need to earn 900 points. To get a B, 800 points. C, 700 points. D, 600 points, so on and so forth. And then the final thing I have is your course due dates. It gives you the same information that was listed in the calendar, but it's all in one place so that you can transfer everything into whatever calendar or smartphone you use to keep track with what you have due when. Under policies and procedures, you have what I like to call the fine print of the syllabus. These are the policies and procedures that you agree to in the course, beginning with academic integrity, talking about financial aid, if you need any accommodations, course evaluations, the early warning program. All of this you can read through before you get started with the semester. And then finally, I have my contact information. There are multiple ways to contact me. You can use D2L, you can contact me through email, you can use Collaborate or Douglas in my office in Douglasville, or by phone or text at 678-469-3747. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me whenever they occur. And then finally, you have your orientation quiz. The orientation quiz needs to be completed by January 18th at 11:59 p.m. Anyone who has not completed the orientation quiz by that date will be reported to the registrar as non-attending and dropped from the course. And then finally, I have a discussion tab for any questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them here, and I will address them as quickly as I can. Once you get through the orientation and start the actual content material next week on January 19th, you will be able to begin with Unit 1. The course is set up, divided into 4 units. So if we look here at the table of contents, you'll see Unit 1 covers post-war problems, Unit 2, the emergence of the U.S. as an emergent power, Unit 3, the U.S. as a superpower, Unit 4, the culture wars. You also have your midterm, final exam, and documentary film projects. You have 3 weeks to complete each unit. So Unit 1 is divided into 3 subunits: Reconstruction, the Gilded Age, Communist Populists, and Progressives, oh my. If you click on each, you'll notice that they're divided into textbook reading and a quiz over that textbook reading. You may use your notes, your book, whatever you need to in order to complete that quiz for the textbook reading. Then you'll have supplemental material. In this case, it's a video on Reconstruction. Sometimes you might have websites that you need to read. There might be a newspaper article, journal article. The additional material can be pretty much anything. So read the textbook, take the quiz, watch the video, or read the supplemental material. And then you'll have a primary source. The primary source includes background information that you need in order to understand the source and the source itself. If we look at the Gilded Age, subunit 2 of Unit 1, it's structured the same way. Textbook reading over the Gilded Age, a quiz, and then primary source. Under Communist Populists and Progressives, textbook reading, quiz. Your supplemental material is a video, and then your primary source is the Communist Manifesto. So once you've completed all of those subunits for the unit, you will move to your end-of-unit essay. Unit 1 essay covers, in this case, post-war problems. How did the so-called third parties of the late 19th century American political system, communism, populism, and progressivism, develop as reactions to challenges of the 19th century and the failure of existing institutions to deal with those challenges? Why did they ultimately fail? You'll be graded as if this is an essay, not a stream of consciousness discussion. You need to have a strong thesis and evidence that comes from the textbook reading, supplemental material, and primary sources that have been provided to you in this unit. Unit 2 is structured the same way. Subunit 1 covers World War I. Subunit 2 covers the Great Depression. Subunit 3 covers the New Deal. And then you have your Unit 2 essay. The midterm comes after Units 1 and 2, and it covers Units 1 and 2. Midterms should be scheduled through SCORE and will be taken on the campus of your choosing and arranged through the e-learning testing center. I will be letting you know about the deadline for registration. When registration closes at 5 o'clock p.m. on the deadline date, it will not be reopened and there will be no way that you can take the midterm or final, so it's very important that you sign up for the exam through SCORE. After you've completed the midterm, you'll have Units 3 and 4 and your final exam. The final exam covers Units 3 and 4 and not Units 1 and 2. It is not cumulative. So that's 800 of your 1,000 points for units, your midterm, and your final. The last 200 points come from your course project, which will be you making a documentary, making and hosting a documentary online. I've included a printable assignment guide that you can use to see the overview of what you're expected to do for this assignment. And then I've included the steps of the project as well. For this project, you'll be responsible for creating an historical documentary to be uploaded to YouTube or Vimeo, some sort of video hosting site. It can be on any topic you choose, but it has to fall within the scope of the course, which is American History 1877 to the present. You're creating a film that must be between 5 and 8 minutes in length and include at least 20 images. It also has to include a voiceover narration that uses those images to teach the topic to your viewer. You can work in groups of up to 4, or you may work alone. If you choose to work in a group, you need to email me with your group members by the second week of class. That way I can keep track of everybody and who's working with whom. I've included some technology help. This is software, cloud-based and otherwise, that students have used successfully in the past. You are not limited to those. You can use whatever works for you to put the videos and the voiceover narration together. Once you've made your video, you will upload it to YouTube or Vimeo, and then post the link in the Dropbox. As you're turning in your assignment, you're required to turn in 2 things. So if we skip down to the turning it in section, you are expected to turn in the YouTube link to your documentary and your bibliography. Please note that there's no paper that goes along with this assignment. It's just the video and the bibliography. What you'll be doing as you submit it is uploading your bibliography as a PDF or .doc file, and then posting your YouTube link to the comments. Make sure that your YouTube link is either public or accessible to anyone with the link. If you make it completely private, I will not be able to see it, which means I can't grade it. So that's what it should look like when you turn it in. The Dropbox link can be found here. So you'll add the attachment and then post the link in your notes. To make the video, I have included some helpful hints, including a sample from a previous class. They made a good grade on it, so it's a good example that you can follow. Some links on how to effectively tell a story in video form. And then if you've never uploaded a video to YouTube, I have a short clip on how to do that. For the bibliography section, you're going to be turning in a bibliography of all sources, at least 4 of which must be scholarly or peer-reviewed sources, and it has to be completed with the Chicago Manual of Style. If you've never used the Chicago Manual of Style, I have included a workshop for you. You can complete this workshop beginning with the instructions. There are videos on why we cite, the basics of Chicago, issues to watch out for, and more help. This will help you go through the basics of Chicago Manual of Style, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So that is it. That's the overview of the course. If you have any questions, there were, again, multiple ways of contacting me. I will pull those up again. So just reach out and I will answer your question as quickly as I possibly can. I look forward to this semester and to getting to know all of you through this web-based course. Thank you. Bye-bye.